Welcome, Leo, to your love reading for the weekend of the 14th and 15th of December 2019. And this is Solomon, of course. So we're going to look into what's going on with you. And here we do have the message, overall message I feel for some of you. It's priority, all right? Romantically, we want to be satisfied. We want to have that connection with someone. And I feel that if you have financial concerns, if you have other things that you can focus on internally, things that you can change, I feel that needs your attention and you may give it your attention. It's almost like knowing that you can't party as much as you want to and do all the things that you want to right now because it's not a good thing with your bank account or being too extravagant. You have to be realistic about those things. And I feel like that's the energy where the Fool and the Ten of Pentacles, well, not Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups is showing up. And that is making sure that you are not attached to building on something that does not have a solid, I want to say solid foundation, but the connection is not built on something emotionally. The quality is not there. It's nothing really strong just yet. It seems like to me, if you're wanting to connect to somebody, they see you as, yes, an option or someone that they want to get to know. But I feel that it's not as powerful as it could be. They may be very attracted to you, but it could be just for the physical attraction for the time being. And if that's there, they're not really giving their all to it. It says, hey, I feel this way about you. Yeah, you're cute. You're attractive. I'm into you in that way. But right now we have other things to focus on. So what I feel is you're going to put that into perspective. You're going to think about it in that way. And yes, this person may be on your mind. It could be a water sign. It doesn't have to be. King of Cups is showing up. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You have Aries and Virgo that is there, along with another Leo in Earth sign as well. But I feel this is understanding somebody's point of view from a different perspective. They're coming out in a good position, so they may have some things that you could learn from, or something that you may be able to express a little bit more, like the emotional aspect of yourself, being able to be a bit more sensitive, or communicating your emotions a bit more, or knowing how to handle your emotions in a different way. All right. So being emotionally stable and accessible and available. And if you're not, that means let this go. Just because both of you might be attracted to one another, are you available? If you're not available, which is the Ten of Cups showing up, it's almost like being in a relationship, but you still have this attraction to another person. And even if you feel that way, you know that you should not cross those bounds, that boundary, because it's there for a reason. And until you finish up with something, it's not going to be beneficial to either person. So I feel that the home environment, you may need to focus there. Make sure that you try to handle that. If you got chores and things to do, if you're not really liking your environment, you have to make some plans. You have to take action to change these things. And if you don't, you're going to continue to be dissatisfied, or living with someone, or keeping your mouth closed about issues that could be resolved or addressed with your love interest or partner, whatever it might be. Those may be some issues. So it's almost like being around, say, an earth sign, and having a lot of intensity with this person when you cross paths. Could be a landlord, could be someone that you live with, or even a romantic partner. It just depends there. So I have a female and three males here that's showing up. So that could be you and three other people, or someone that you might live with, but other romantic partners as well. But I do feel like an intensity there, and a lot of internal anger, and sometimes this comes from our own dissatisfaction with our living environment, in the way that we might be handling things. But you can change these things, and I feel like that's taking time for you, as you're going to choose to either be single or do things on your own right now. And sometimes this could be like drinking alone, or you going to overindulge and do something else by yourself. It doesn't mean that's the healthiest thing to do, but some of you might be choosing to do that, or stay away from the gathering or the outing. and trying to focus on the inning, the inner you, like that. So I feel like some of you are doing that. So it says, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And we have healing family issues. Aries had that card as well, the healing family issues. So some of you still could be holding on to a bit of resentment from family members, from the loss that might be there, from the way that they handle you, or things that might be unfinished, and you're trying to just put things into a different perspective. And also say that if there's a spiritual or emotional block between you and your love interest, is because of maybe family members and how they don't agree with who you might be choosing to talk to. It could be a religious thing, it could be their own beliefs. Some people are very strict or stuck in their ways and do things by the book or what they know to be true for them, but it might not be true for you. So these are things that we have to, weigh the pros and cons of doing something different. But this is your life, and it's your heart, and it's your way of doing things. So if you do have this passion for another person, I feel like it's your priority is going to um, be a focus right now, so that you can deal with any emotional issues or people that you might be around that you don't want to be around anymore. If you don't want to be around them, you have to make that change. All right, it's not something that you're forced to deal with. Sometimes we are, but we have more control over what we're forced to deal with than we think we do. Um, so just don't give up in that way. So I hope the messages did help out. Lots of love to you, lots of light, and tons of healing vibes. And if you would like a private or personal reading dealing with love, you can email me, and that will be in the description of the video. And make sure you have a good weekend. All right.